Hello, welcome to Mart's garage. I've started to work on the block that I intend to rebuild, the crusty flatty, and I'm trying to uncrustify the valley area. So I worked on it a little bit last night and I've come out to do a bit more this afternoon. So I'll just show you, because I've kind of done the one side and not the other. But it's not going to be a very interesting thing to actually video, so I just thought I'd show you how it's going. I'll put it up on end so that the whatever I'm using to clean it can, you know, run downwards. So I've tried to clean all this face here, this face. Under there and all round here and along there and all round here. And what I bought recently was this die grinder, and I used this brush. I don't know where this came from. You can see it shed some bristles, but I used that. This is a 1/4 inch because this is old, and this is 6mm. So what I've just done, I've just been out and bought another brush, or I bought actually a few of these. So I'm going to, and this was actually quite good for getting in there. I washed it down with a bit of petrol, and I washed it down with some stuff called elbow grease. I don't know if you know. And I just kept washing it down, mopping it out, and then going in with a wire brush, and it's actually come up quite well. I also went into the ports as well with the wire brush, because what I was thinking was, can you see the amount of mess in there? Look, that should all be loose actually. Yeah, it is. That's all come from the port. What I thought was, if it isn't oily, any of the dust that I make from, you know, oh sorry, you're all on your side, aren't you? What I was thinking was, when I start machining it, if I've done like a preliminary clean, it won't be oily, so all the little particles won't tend to stick to it. It'll be easier to clean it again after the machining. Like I say, I'm kind of learning my way. Now you can see here, sorry, hang on. You can see inside here that it is quite, I'm trying to show you the underside face. This underside face here. It's quite, can you see it's on my glove there, look. It's quite messy. So I'm going to clean that today. You can see down there it's quite, well, you know, it's going to need a lot of work, and there's all the bristles out the wire brush because I haven't really washed that side out. So I'm going to clean this side up today, and then I need to kind of get in there as well and just keep cleaning, trying to make it less crusty. I'll bring you back when there's something to show. I'm a little bit concerned that there's some what looks like deep pits on that tube there. Hopefully the pits aren't deep enough, you know, to cause a oil leak. I might need to just put a little bit of weld in there or something, I don't know. I might probably leave it. Okay, back in a bit. Right. Problem is my camera, the battery's not charged up on the camera, so I've got to have a lead plugged in, which is going to be in the way. There we go. Let's just get this on the tripod then, and I might as well leave it running anyway. Just get this sort of in a viable position. Right, here's my die grinder. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see much, are you? But, oh well. Tough. I'm just keeping the tension on the chains because this isn't very stable, this setup. This is more suitable for a left-handed person. I'm not very dexterous with my left hand. That is kind of oily, so I'm using a bit of petrol. Old school. I'm sort of not farming this out. I could send this off somewhere, I don't know where, but I imagine I could probably send this somewhere to get it cleaned. That's not the point, I'm trying to do it myself with what I've got around me. This isn't actually too oily or dirty, it's just kind of a mixture of oil, dirt, rust. Not very nice at all really. I haven't done the tricky bit in the top corner. I don't know if this is any good or not, this stuff. It's called a degreaser. Some sort of degreasing stuff. Just put that rag there to catch it. I think it's a case of just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until when you bring your hand out you're not bringing any mess out. It's like rust and oil and dirt, all of which need different techniques, don't they, I suppose. But the thing that made the biggest difference when I did that left hand side, that side there, was using the wire brush in there. A bit reluctant to go in with the power tool because of the, you know, it's got fuel in there at the moment. Let's we used to call this de-gunging years ago. If you de-gunged it. It isn't a very sort of nice easy shape to get on because there's all these little nooks and crannies. It's very rough. The ports are very rough cast. Well, that smells of the degreaser rather than the petrol now, so I'll try giving it a bit of a, see if I can get in with the die grinder, just show you kind of generally. This probably is completely incorrect the way I'm doing this. So I suppose I'd do better to put the block up the other way, but I wanted to keep it all coming down to this end. This is the least fun part of the job, isn't it? It's quite dusty down there. I've just wiped a load out. Maybe I'll get my vacuum fired up and get that in there as well. I didn't want to put the vacuum in while I'd got petrol in there. Okay, that don't look too bad. That don't look too bad, to be honest. I might just call it good at that for this side. And, you know, and then it'll all have to be done again anyway after the machining, won't it? Might try and get a brush. I was able to put a brush up the valve guides on this side. The valve guide holes. So, and that was okay, I think. What I want to do is start boring. I'll just clean the ports on this side. I'll just get the worst out of these ports. The valve bowls and the inlet ports. Can you see how rough the casting is? Look at that. Load of rubbish in it. Oh well, that's what you get for spending £1.59. I imagine they're supposed to be used on electric drills rather than die grinders, but hey. Having said that, credit where it's due. I mean, those ports don't look too bad, do they? You know, for like, what, a minute each, if that. That's a bad one. Look, I'll have to get the die grinder in that one. That's bad, isn't it, that one? I'll shove it in again and see if it just clear it. Because the guide bore should be okay, shouldn't it? That's just debris in there, isn't it? That was the one that lots of it was coming out up the, you know, coming out up this way. See how rough they are though inside. That's probably, oh, I don't know. I have ordered a burr though. I'll be able to just give them a quick riffle up inside. It's looking a lot better than it was. There's all that mess in there. Look at all that. That's got to come out. Okay, I'll give it a whiz round with the vacuum cleaner. Okay, good. I'm going to call that good for now then. Let's, I'll do the other side and then look at, start getting it set up for boring. This airline isn't sealed properly. I have to leave the crane on because I don't trust it on there. But it's not bad at all really, that. That's not bad, is it? You know, that's like before, after. I don't know how different it looks on the camera, but in real life it looks better. Tell you what, this die grinder doesn't have to get dirty quickly. Not very impressed with these wire brushes and things. They might be cheap, but they ain't very good. That's interesting. Right, I'm going to try and show you something that I've just noticed, live and direct. Can you see here? Here, there is some sort of a weld. There, look. Can you see there? There is some sort of a weld. I don't know if that might be something that was done at the reconditioning place, or if it was from the original factory where there was a little bit of a deficit in the surface there and they filled that before it got machined. I've seen a similar thing on a Ford FE cylinder head. Yeah, but that area doesn't look bad, does it? Oh, looks nice actually, other than that bit I've just seen there. This looks yucky, doesn't it? So I'm going to do the same there. I'm a little bit baffled by something. How can that surface there not be flush? The bore feels alright. Well, sort of alright. That don't make sense to me. Okay, there you go, a little bit cleaner, a little bit tidier, better on the other side. You may have noticed I've had a bit of man grooming. I might be a bit dirty now from doing this job, but I had my hair cut and my beard trimmed. had it took right down. Anyway, that's me looking a bit more human. Okay, it's looking better. It's a start. I'm going to get it set up on the those legs, you know, and start. There's nothing for it, is there? We're just going to have a go at boring it. Okay, back when I have more. See ya. I just decided to do a little bit more because I just saw that all the sides will probably be relatively easy to do. There we go. Looks a bit better, doesn't it? Right, what do you think of this paint? What would you say that is? Grey? Silver? That's probably about the best bit there, look. Grey, would you say? Obviously hard to get true colours on a camera and artificial light and everything. I'm not that bothered about it, but just interesting that it's not, you know, green or something. I was just wondering if I could try and get that out of there. I can't find the I can't find what I wanted to find, but this is something I use on the lathe. I don't like the feel of that. I'm not going to try welding on it with all the petrol around, so yeah, I'll wait till I find my thing that I wanted to use. The other one don't look too bad, to be honest. Ford steering columns are a really nice source of heavy wall tube. I don't think this is going to work because it's quite badly rounded, this thing. I've also got the light in my eyes. I'm using a 3/8 drive socket to try and get on it, but oops, it's just round enough. Where did it go? You know, when things start kind of not going particularly right, that's time to pack it in, innit, and have a cup of tea. Right, wait a minute, where did that go? There it is. This one's in better shape. There you go. I'll show you what I did, just in case anybody isn't aware that it's a good little cheat, is you use a 3/8 drive socket on the plug, but then you go to drive it. So what I was looking for was my 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter, because I could have put my ratchet on there, because my ratchet's got a 1/2 inch hole in it, but I couldn't find it. But I've just improvised using that and an Allen key. Trouble is this side's round enough. I'll move this petrol. Move these rags as well with the because they've all got petrol on them. My welder is right here, so turn the gas on. Where's the plug? Plug him in. Where's my helmet? Back to my old tricks, eh? Shit. Had that on Titan. Nah, I'll do it at a different time. I'm not in the mood for it now. Not sure what I'm doing, as usual. Just trying to put as much heat into it as I can. Yeah, that's got a bit of warmth into the block now. There's that then. There's a different approach. Don't worry about the nut. Just put a big enough blob of weld on it that you can get hold of it with some grips. It was not a very brilliant demo, but that's one other way of doing it, where you just build all the weld up on the thing itself and it puts more heat into it. Anyway, that one has come out okay, good. Just a common pipe plug, aren't they? That's, what's that, quarter? It's called a quarter pipe, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to have a little break now, have a sandwich. So there you go, two pipes out, 2 pipe plugs out. Okay, little bit of bonus there. Okay, cheers then, bye. You could trap your thumb in there, you know, quite easily if you weren't careful. Right, that should be going down now. That's actually very near the size for 60 thou over.